Oh, don't fall off there. I got you. Don't worry about nothing. I caught you. Thank goodness. That dongle sticks off like about this much farther now. So if we took a real spill and hit that jewel, I'm not even gonna be able to charge my phone. I bet. I just see that thing snapping clean off. You dig? Oh, boys. Back from the weight pile. The old lady went and got us food from this place called Mama's Chicken. And I've been wanting to eat there for a couple months now. And we just haven't made it around to eating from there yet. She went there and got some chicken. And, man, was it good. Of course. What? What? What the hell is going on in here? I got a hot chicken sandwich, imagine. Imagine that, boys. I'm fucking addicted to that Nashville hot chicken, man. There's something about it, man. They're worse than the Colonel, man. They're worse than the Colonel. They put crack in that, man. I'm telling you. They go all the way. Like Colonel Sanders, he used some kind of like mild uh addictive chemical in his chicken. But man, these people right here are going off the chain with that Nashville stuff. Something's in the sauce. Corey Smith, good to see you, man. Oh man, we gotta finish this up. The old lady called me to help her. I was in here taking pregame bong hits, boys. So let's talk about the day, boys. Let's talk about the day. Man, doesn't have some seasoning on it, don't it? God, it's got such a good flavor to it. Sheesh, action's not distractions. Modern day cowboy in here. As y'all can tell, I do a lot of work on my truck myself. Now, there is one reason is monetarily I don't like to spend money. I don't have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind spending money I have, but if I don't have any money, it's kind of hard to spend, you know? So, that on top of, I don't like people messing with my vehicle. Like, when I do it, I know it's been done. You know what I mean? And it just seems like I'm not trying to say that it's impossible to find an honest mechanic, but god dang it if it ain't hard, man. It's hard to find a dude that's just gonna do what needs to be done and not try to fucking, come up with a bunch of other stuff or All right. That being said, let's talk about how the day went, boys. Tried to get the tires put on last night, after I got the radiator put in. Got the radiator put in yesterday that was broken, of course. So I take it to have the tires put on, and they tell me it's like a 4-hour wait. I'm like, well, hell no, I ain't doing that. So look, check it out. Make me an appointment first thing in the morning. She said 7, 8, or 9. I'm like, oh shit, it's like that. Make it at 8 o'clock. I'll be here first thing in the morning. So we get up early this morning. We smoke us a J. We get our medicine right. The old lady's gonna take us down there and uh, get us away from the shop so I don't have to sit there. So drop the truck off. Everything's going gravy. Get the tires. They gonna get put on. The only thing I'm worried about really is that I got the one rim that's in the bed of the truck, and the guy wasn't really getting what I was saying. He was trying to work on the machine. He wasn't really trying to listen to what I was talking about. So he asked me like 3 times. So then it made me a little bit nervous they was gonna fuck my tires up. You know what I mean? But no, I ain't seen it yet, buddy. I'm gonna check it out though. But I wasn't like super concerned. Me and the old lady, we went down. We got stuff to do, oil changes on the vehicles, and went and got her truck washed. Doing little stuff, just to pass some time. Tires get put on, great. I don't want to drive this thing around without getting the front end aligned because my camber's all jacked up. You know what I mean? And I hate to even take it to a shop, bro. Y'all know I do. I hate to even let somebody else mess with it, but they got a machine that tells them where the tires are at and how to adjust them to make them right. Like dial them in, dial them out. You know what I mean? Well, Jiffy Lube's supposed to be a place that you can have that done according to the internets and Google, right? But alas, my Jiffy Lube doesn't do it. The guy says, bro, go right around the corner to, I don't know what the place was called, Affordable Tire, Discount Tire, fucking something else, Tires Plus, whatever the fuck it was, dude, right? So I know it's hard to do by yourself. I've never done it before. And after the fiasco with the unit joint not coming out like a Barry Wood in the hood, coming out just like I wanted. Yeah, I know it. Hell yeah, you're a hell of a mechanic, I hear, Barry. You're a hell of a mechanic. Well, it's just I'm willing to pay for it to be done right so I don't wear my tires off the truck that I just bought, and paid too much money. You know what I mean, right? We don't want to tear the tires up that we got. So we're going to take it to the shop and have the shop go ahead and just put it together for us, right? Just put the things on. All right. He says, we got 2-3 hour wait. Got 2 cars ahead of you, Bubba. I said, all right, no problem. Let me go check and see if I can get picked up. If I can't get picked up, we might have to do this later. I called my father-in-law. Well, I called my old lady. She's already on her way to go do something else for the day. She had some stuff she had to go do for her dad. And so I called him. He said, yeah, I'll come pick you up. Cool. Let's drop it off. Let's get it in line so we don't tear the tires up that we just bought. I get back to the house, man, first I'm not tripping, I'm not too concerned, man. I take a couple bong hits, go relax, watch some TV. The day starts to drag on a little bit, man. We get past 3 hours. We're going into 4 or 5 fucking hours, 6 hours, Comes up about 4 o'clock, and I'm starting to get nervous, boys. Like all day I'm waiting for, and I'm starting to get nervous because what I'm waiting for is the phone call to come in saying, hey, I know everything that you put on the front of this truck's brand new, but somehow I found something that I can't do what you want done unless I buy it and then fix it for you. And that's just how the game goes, boys. When you drop a vehicle off for an inspection, then they try to fucking sell you a pair of tires and windshield wipers. If you drop the car off to get the oil changed, then they all of a sudden they find that your axle's bad. And now the axle's bad. Oh man, you know what else? You need rotors too. We just tested the rotors, turned them. They're they're like a 1/10 of a thousandth off. So you might as well go and replace that too. So all day I'm starting to get nervous. Y'all already know. I'm like a cat shitting fucking peach seeds, man. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm like in there. Just nervous as a son of a bitch, And finally at 4:30, I say, look, I'm going to go on call down here. Let's see what's going on, boys. I feel like I've gave them ample enough time. We dropped it off, a little bit after 9. It's 4:30 now. We're looking at 6-7 hours it's been down there. Hey, I got the Tundra. What's going on with the front end alignment? I dropped it off for the Tundra, right? They're like, yeah, it's on the alignment machine now. Don't worry about nothing. I'll call you here in a little bit. Fucking money, dude. Sweet. Couple minutes later, dude calls. Hey, man, it's so-and-so from the tire shop. Yeah, bro. What's up? You done? Yeah, about that, man. Dude was taking and we're trying to adjust the front end, man, and the inner tie rod came right out, bro. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't know who you had put them on, but nah, bro, I ain't have nobody put them on. I put them on, dude. I put them on. That's who put them on. And he's like, well, did you tighten them up? Did you get them real tight? Bruh. Well, you gotta have a special tool for it. So I might see if I can get the special tool for it. Bro, there ain't no special tool for it, homie. You just use a big wrench. That's why it's got that big nut on the end of it. Like, you just use a huge wrench. Like I did when I tightened it up. And then, so now we're going to have to get into visual aids, boys. Yeah, I brought me a little pen and pencil here. I'm going to show you something about a little something here. All right, what we have here is we start out with a shaft that is stationary with a hole that is threaded. We got a shaft that's stationary. It's called the rack and pinion. On there goes your inner tie rod. Your inner tie rod has a nut. Well, first you put a lock washer. That lock washer has 2 pins on both sides. Guess what? This right here has a slot in it for those pins to go in, and so does the other end of it. You know what I mean? You knock over the ends of the thing over top of the nut, so that now it can't turn right or left. So you got a nut right here looking thing, but then it's got a socket because it can't be stationary because your whole suspension turns every which way. So it has to have a universal deal that goes around like this with a real fucking knuckle in it, you know? Like the kind if your old lady found out I was knuckling that motherfucker like that, probably send you down the road, wouldn't need you no more, you know what I'm saying? So it's got a ball in here that sits in that socket with grease all around it. Now, this right here has a shaft on it that goes out like this, that goes to the outer tie rod. Now that right there has threads on it, like that there. I don't know if y'all can see here what we're putting together. All right, so you got the socket with the ball inside of it. You got the socket with the nut, like it's all welded together. This is all one piece right here, and then it's got the ball inside. It won't come out unless you're like in dire straits. Now this is hooked to a rod that goes out there, your Johnson rod. No, I'm just playing with you. But this dude's basically telling me my Johnson rod's been up and I need a new one. Like, what the fuck, dude? All right, well, look, this spins every which way. It spins like this, it spins like that. It actually has a nut. It actually has a nut imprint in it right here, so you can adjust your outer tie rods, so you can get your toe right, right? It has a little arm on it that has a, see, it has a little arm on it you screw on there. Then there's a nut that goes in between there, and it's a jam nut. So see, this right here does not move at all. This right here will not go back and forth unless you turn the wheel, right? So this is a hard place right here. Now over here, you got an arm that goes out. It's threaded onto here. That's your inner tie rod, your outer tie rod. That's your jam nut to keep this from moving. Then you got another ball that sits inside of here with a rod on it that's super shorty with threads on it. That hooks to the other side of the suspension, which is where your ball joint is. It hooks onto your ball joint flange. Guess what? That motherfucker does not move. That motherfucker does not move, boys. You put a nut on top of it here. Now, with this jam nut here, this is a solid fucking piece, boys. There's no way you can make an adjustment here and loosen this here. There's no way that this can even come out unless it goes inside of this here, or it takes this and pushes it all the way over. So, if this nut's not here, maybe, but the nut's there and it's tight, so it can't be sliding inside of here, and it ain't pushed this out so far that the tire's like up underneath the truck. When I drove it in there, it was actually driving pretty nice when I rode it in. You know what I mean? It was actually pretty decent. I had it somewhat close on the driver's side. It was the passenger side that was kind of off and wonky. You know what I mean? He tried to tell me that this came loose, just fell right out. You believe it, boys? Just fell right out. Even though there's all these things holding it in to keep it from loosening itself up. And I tightened it down with a fucking big ass fucking pipe wrench, because I couldn't find a wrench big enough to actually get on that nut piece. So I just took a pipe wrench with a big ass handle and I tightened the piss out of it. So you can't tell me that it came loose, first of all. So basically he's bullshitting me. You know what I mean? But he thinks he's got a bird on the ground. That's what he thinks. He thinks I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. When I said that I did the tie rods, he must have thought that I paid someone to have them do it. That's where he made the mistake. He made the mistake thinking I'm just an idiot construction worker, or who knows if he even looked in the back of the truck to see the tools that are sitting behind the seat. Who even knows if he took the time to like investigate? Maybe let's see if we can get over on this dude. Now, boys, maybe I'm being unrealistic here. You know, maybe I'm being harsh on the guy. Maybe I'm a dickhead, and all the anxiety that's built up all day, and I've been waiting to go, and you know, all that's just bubbled over, right? So I feel bad. Well, I Googled up the place to find the number to call because they hadn't called me yet, you know. So I start scrolling through their Google reviews, right? Well, boys, unfortunately, I should have probably did that before I took my truck there, because there was a lot of reviews that were like, I had my tires put on like 3 months ago and they want to put new tires on it. Like there'd have to be like some tragedy happen to them tires for that to, and they got them there or whatever. So that's the weird part, is they bought it from them, but they don't remember them. So when they came in and they was like getting an inspection, they told them they needed new tires on the front, even though they had just sold them new tires. Is what their claim was. Now, I wouldn't even just say that one, right? Like, okay, well, that could be anybody just complaining, right? So I scroll down some more, and guess what? There was endless ones that were like, there was ones that were like great service. And then there was ones that were like, oh, I came in for an oil change, and next thing you know, I'm doing axles and uh everything else. You know what I mean? So trust me, boys, it ain't just me being uh an idiot. Sorry, y'all, I haven't seen any of y'all's messages for like the last 10 minutes, but let's see here. Let's go on back here. Let's go on back here. Let's run it on back here. God bless y'all was talking too, wasn't you? Nikki Lee in here. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man, for stopping in. For real. Yeah, I got transfer cases, 4-wheel drive, so I got like, a bunch of them. But yeah, man, so I start yelling at dude on the phone. Of course, he don't like that, man. He didn't like that at all, man. Not to mention, I'm like, all right, don't worry about nothing. I'm coming down there right now. I'll put it back on for you. Crazy, dude. Crazy, dude. So, like, that just ruined my whole day right there, man, because I was so anxiety about them calling me and telling me something stupid like that, man. And this is the thing, man. Like, I can't get a hold of my old lady, right? Because usually I call my old lady and then she'll calm me down shit and, like, tell me, like, don't risk your life over dumb shit. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, oh, you're right. But I need somebody like, like my old lady that I'll listen to. There's not very many people that I'll listen to, but I'll listen to her. So I call her up and I'm like, hey, nothing, because she's at work. Fuck. So I start walking around the house. I'm like, I asked my father-in-law to take me, and he's working on his computer. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to take you, bro. Right. My bad, y'all. Well, look, man, it's kind of hard to explain, but basically it's a fucking improbability that would have came loose and just fell off. It's not it's an impossibility, but I don't like to say things are impossible, because there's just there's so many variables in the universe that, there could be some fucking alternate plane of reality where that thing could somehow fucking work itself loose through fucking the metal turning to liquid somehow and then letting it fall out. But I don't know, dude. But what I'm trying to tell you is it's an improbability that that it would do that, if you didn't follow me what I was saying, or don't know nothing about cars, or don't give a fuck about tie rod ends. Because I could care less about them. I hate them. I'd rather not have to fuck with them, right? But I did fuck with them. And the problem is the guy thought that I didn't know what I was doing. That's where it was. He thought I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And he was going to be able to, like, I don't know, maybe charge me for installing another one, or I don't know, dude. I don't know what his game was. I don't know where we was headed. A whole rack and pinion? I'm not sure. I don't know where we was headed. I don't know what, I don't know where we was headed down the road. But luckily when the old lady got here with food and shit, man, after I went to the gym, as crazy as I might sound right now, I'm over it, boys. And I just had, like, there was just nothing to fix, dude. Like, you could look at it and see, like, oh, that's already been done. That's already been done. This is brand new. This is brand new. This whole front end's brand new. Like, there's not nothing we can really tell them that we want to do. So what can we tell them? Like, I don't know. I can't understand. Like, I don't know the logic behind it. I don't know where we were headed. You know what I mean? Because I blew up and was like, nah, bro, that ain't even how it works, dude. That's not even how it works. And I'm like trying to explain to him how it is. And he's like, you getting loud with me on the phone. I'm like, homie, like, my truck's been up there all day, dude. Like, what the fuck? And that's why I don't take my truck anywhere. I know it, dude. Oh man, he's like a little short bald dude, man. He's trying to support his family, probably. He's probably out there trying to, get another $100 or $200, to help feed his family for real. Maybe he doesn't have a whole lot of he doesn't have a whole lot of business in there. I know I am too. I told her that I was coming out here to get on live, man. So she knows I'm not going to answer that, man. That's wild to even call me, man. Let me call and see where the dog's at. Sophie. Nope. Sophie's good. Yeah, she should text me. What you doing, Sofa? You being a good girl? You can't really get out the yard anymore because I put wood up everywhere. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, bro. I did them. That's what I'm saying. They are brand new. Like I just bought them and just installed them. Like they might have 1,500 miles on them. You know what I mean? If that, that's probably like exaggerating for real. Like I just done it. Like I just rebuilt the whole front end of this truck, man. Like uh zero cool. Yeah, man, I sure enough did. And that's the only reason that I'm like super paranoid that they're gonna call and be like, I found something that that I didn't have or whatever, that I didn't do or something that I didn't think of that was on the front end that I needed to do. I did the bushings for the for the bar that go across the stabilizer bar. I forget what you call it, the traction bar that goes across. I did the bushings for that. I did the inner connectors for that. I did the tie rod inners and outers. I did the axles on both sides for the four-wheel drive. I did the bushings on the rack for the rack and pinion because one of them was shot, so I did those. I got brand new upper control arms that are four-wheel drive upper control arms that were made to raise the truck up. I got the ball joints for that. The uppers and the lowers are brand new. The only thing that I didn't do were the bushings for the lower control arms, which they could have called me and been like, hey, the bushings for the lower control arms are seized up. We need to do that. And I would have been like, yeah, I figured that's what it was going to be, man. So, dude, how much that's going to cost me? You know what I mean? Yeah, not really, though, bro, because that's what I said. I was like, he said, do you need a front end alignment because you put new components, because you've had new components put on? And I was like, yeah, I put on the inner and outer tie rods recently, but it's real close. Like I've been tinkering with it and it's real close. It's real close. But I think he must have forgot that I said that and just thought that I had somebody do it or something. I don't know, man. Not to mention I told him that the camber was messed up, that I needed him really to fix the camber, not so much the toe. But I guarantee you, mom went in there and got fucking railroaded. And it just sucks. Somebody's trying to tell somebody they need something they don't need. You know what I mean? Or trying to get something extra out of something that they, you know what I mean? Just align the truck, bro. That's enough. You know? Hell yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what it is. I pulled up and they were like, fuck, man. Looks like this dude's been working on his own shit. But just some stuff, man, you can't do yourself, man. Just some of it, you can't do yourself, man. But luckily, the old lady brought some food home, and I'm in a better mood now. I try to smoke bong hits too. Oh, and luckily we got caught up in a bunch of traffic before we got there. So I was like in traffic for like a good 30, 45 minutes. So I didn't get there like as quick as if I'd have drove. I would have got in the far lane. We'd have fucking went past everybody. I would have cut everybody off at the very end instead of sitting in all the traffic waiting to get up there. And I would have been there in like 10, 15 minutes raising hell while I was still pissed off. So luckily my father-in-law, like, he don't know what the fuck to do with me when I'm pissed off, man. He just, gets quiet and fucking tries to be like, nah, you don't want to do that, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm about to go up here and fucking go to jail is what's about to fucking happen. I'm about to go up here and go to fucking jail. That's what's about to happen. They fuck my truck up. Like, that's the only thing I can think is is that somehow now it's just falling out of the fucking rack. Like, they've had to done something crazy, dude. Like, I've just worked on this stuff. Like, so I'm thinking they've done tore my truck up. I'm like, oh man, this is terrible. uh, like I said, man, if I hadn't been there all day, like fucking having anxiety all day about that, then I probably wouldn't have fucking lost my cool and shit. But I don't know. It's hard to say, man. I lose my fucking cool sometimes, man. I try not to. I'm trying to be a better person, man. I'm trying to be better, man. I'm not trying to be fucking aggravating and shit. And I know you catch a lot more flies with honey than you do vinegar. You know what I mean? But yeah. You live and you learn. I don't know what we learned, but we learned something. There is a moral to this story somewhere. Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, I know, man. And like my father-in-law's got a dude, man, but when I used him one time, I got him to try and fix a miss, which I know he's probably like just went back, like he just had a hard time figuring out why it was missing or whatever. And he never finished out fixing the miss. And every time I get it back, it would run worse than it did when I dropped it off. And then finally I was just like, nah, I ain't using this dude no more. And then I don't really know no good mechanics really. But yeah, that's what it is. You gotta find somebody that's an honest dude, man, because like these companies push their employees with incentives and uh, quotas and stuff like that to sell more products. So if you come in for an inspection, they're going to fucking figure something out. They're going to tell you that you need. You know what I mean? That's just, the nature of the beast. And it was kind of insulting. Like, are you sure you tightened it up? Like, bro, I got a fucking goddamn 24-inch pipe wrench on this motherfucker, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it tight. And I ain't bullshitting you. I went down to Harbor Freight and I got the two biggest pipe wrenches they had. And the one I was like, this might be too big. The 24-inch one, I was like, this might be too big. I might not be able to get it underneath there without without checking the truck up even more. So I got a smaller one too, like the 8-inch one or 11. That's what it was, like 11. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it tight, Bubba. Anyhow, moving on. Man, I really liked that Vice City yesterday. I mean, I'm enjoying the blue suede for sure. Today I have been. Like, I kept getting all nervous and shit, so I kept smoking. Come out here, smoke a little bit, smoke a little bit. Oh man, I got jack stands, dog. That's how fucking crazy I am. I got Harbor Freight fucking jack stands. Yeah. I always put the thing in though. I always put the safety on. I never run it without the safety. They got like a pin that goes through there. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hell yeah, corrupt. That's the way to have it. Yep, that's the truth, man. I mean, I don't know, man. That is the truth, man. Who the fuck knows, man? Like I said, Krupp tried to give the dude the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe he just didn't want to do nothing else that day, today, you know? Maybe try to come get it tomorrow or something. And I was thinking, like, yeah, maybe, but then it was like 3 hours left in the day. So I was like, well, he's already got it up in the shop, though. Like, that's the weird shit. Like, but maybe he took it up in the shop and then pulled the fucking thing off, you know what I mean, before I got there. Because he knew I was on the way and it took me forever to get there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like I said, yeah, I heard about the Casey Anthony shit that I was watching. Fucking Jumpsuit Pablo in the gym. I watched his thing about it or whatever. And damn, if it don't seem like kind of like, I don't know, man. Like he was saying, if you're supporting her, then you're supporting her. But the more, you know what I'm saying? If you're a supporter, then you're helping her make money then. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, like, if you're talking about it like I am now, even though I know now I'm like thinking like, damn, man, maybe I shouldn't talk about it because of that. Like, that is some weird ass shit though, because I do believe that she had, the biggest part in that, her child disappearing. So, oh man, I don't know. I dig it, man. That's hilarious. She's all trying to wax intellectual and shit. Right, exactly, man. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Zero cool. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Just seems like that's what I'm saying. Damn, I don't even want to talk about it because then it might drop. Like, what if somebody goes over there and watches one of the TikToks or something? I don't have it. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know what the fuck. But I don't want to invite anybody to do that either. You want to go back out, Soph? I know it. I know it. You see me doing the show? You see me doing the show? Get up here. Show the people your face. Come here. Come here. Show the people your face. You gonna go back outside? Huh? You wanna go back outside? All right. All right. All right. It's enough licking. There you go. All right. Where was I at? What did I do? Yeah. But yeah, that's what makes me think like maybe I shouldn't even talk about it. Like, draw somebody to watch one of them or something. Curiosity and shit. I bet you that's what most of it is. Like, a lot of people are wondering, and that's the thing, man. Like, Double Jeopardy only works so much. Like, you can't come out and say you did the shit later. That's new evidence. That's not evidence that was like, if you confess, that's not evidence that was put in the trial. You know what I mean? So they can definitely use that shit against you. For sure they can. They'll bring up something else. Like, instead of doing whatever they did, M1, they'll do M2, or they'll do you know a manslaughter or something like that. They can do something. Like, people think like, oh, it's Double Jeopardy, I can do whatever the fuck I want now. I mean, kind of, sort of, but not really. Like, if they all of a sudden find the murder weapon or the body or something, then they're gonna come get your fucking ass, man. Like, what the fuck? You think you're just off scot-free? That ain't fucking true, bro. That ain't true. That ain't how justice works. I'm sorry to say, but they can't try you on the same evidence. Like, it would have to be overwhelming evidence for them to try you for the same thing, I would say. Like, it would have to be like, you know, something that with the same way, that's like how you get exonerated from shit. You know what I mean? Is that you find evidence that is contrary to the case that was against you. You know what I mean? So it would be a similar thing. It would have to be like concrete evidence that uh you absolutely were at fault for whatever crime it was that you did commit. Like double jeopardy ain't like that fucking movie that's on TV or whatever. The one with, what's her name? I forget what her name was. She was really Sally Fields. It's not Sally Fields, dog. That's not what it is. Sorry to say. Damn, man. Yeah, that shit'll fuck you up, Corrupt, for sure. Damn, man. Everybody's been sick, man. Yeah, that's what she was doing while everybody was looking for her kid too. She was just out running around, all over fucking partying it up and shit. I remember that shit happened, man. Crazy as hell, man. But shoot, boys, I'm gonna probably cut this thing a little bit short tonight, man. I hate to say it, but I'm a little bit tired, man. I was trying to take a nap today before I had to go to the gym. We got the calisthenics day in too. After I had a big anxiety fucking uh whatever fucking adrenaline dump. Went to the gym after that. They could try her for murder too, though. They could try her for manslaughter, or they could try her for what is it, negligent homicide, or they could try her for, trust me, man, or the feds could bring the case instead of the state bringing the case, or they could do like I said, man, like if they came out and found out that there was absolute DNA evidence, DNA evidence, or a video of her, or like like I said, it would have to be something like so crazy that they would have to like reopen the case. Just like when you would get exonerated for a crime, they're not going to open your case back up, dude. But if there's DNA or if there's like a fucking thing, they're going to open that case back up for sure. They can say whatever they want about double jeopardy, but I guarantee they find a way to fucking fry your ass if they come up with a good reason to fry your ass for sure. They'll figure something out. Look, they done fucking tried Boosie 3 fucking times for the same shit. They tried him for the gun at least 2 times now. So double jeopardy. Now they gave him while intoxicated. So once they figured out, oh yeah, well actually Duarte versus blah 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 and all this other shit, he can actually have the weapon on him. Now they said, well, he was intoxicated because when we picked him up, a couple of them had yerkies on them. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't do nothing about that. They dropped all that shit so they could, hem him up with the other thing. So you would assume that's double jeopardy because you're getting tried for the same piece that you got tried for last time, and that ain't even an M. That's a smaller charge. But then again, too, I'm not a lawyer, but I know if they want to fry your ass, best believe they gonna fucking do it. Well, they just tried Boosie for the same piece 2 times in a row. Will be how you explain that? How you explain the feds doing that after they dropped the other shit? That's the same thing. It's still a crime. Like, that's what I'm saying. It sounds good. I know what everybody's saying about double jeopardy for sure. I understand how that works. Like, if you can't be tried for the same case 2 times in a row. So, I don't know. I could be very wrong on that deal, man. But I don't know how. I mean, I understand double jeopardy, believe me. I watched the Sally Fields movie and everything. I've seen it. And I know like that they say it on TV all the time and shit. And but I'm definitely not a lawyer. So don't take legal advice from me. I'm just like a person that listens to a whole bunch of people that have cases talk about it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I've done. No, he didn't. They came up with a Duarte versus I don't know. They threw it out though. Hey, yeah, I ain't seen you around, Jacob. Hope you back in the gym soon, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Thanks for stopping in, man. That's a guy from the gym right there. Nice. Oh yeah, that's even worse, man. Ruby Ridge, the fucking government actually told the dude to keep asking the guy to do this shit over and over again, over and over and over again. Guy's like, no, I don't want to saw off the shotgun. No, I don't want to. They're like, yeah, come on, man. Will you do it for me, man? I can't find nobody else that will do it for me, man. Can't you do it for me, man? No, I don't want to do it, man. Shit. And then he's like, I think he befell some fucking horrible fucking monetary thing. And then the dude came up to him again. It's like, man, can you please do it? Like 3 fucking years this guy was after him to saw this thing off. And then as soon as he sawed it off, the fucking feds rolled up. What the fuck's going on? Let's get up in the fucking woods. Let's shoot their dog. Let's shoot his son. Then let's shoot his wife. And let's see what the fuck he does then. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. That's wild. Don't roll up and ask to see the shotgun. Don't roll up to see, hey, can we search the premises or none of that. They fucking kid up and get in the woods, dog. Word. That actually happened just like that. The feds put a dude in there to go ask him a million fucking times to do the same shit. And he said no a million fucking times too. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess they had to throw it out because Duarte versus the government or whatever, or whatever state says that if it's a non-violent felon, then they can actually can have uh, a thing. You know, I done said it a million fucking times, so it doesn't matter now anyway. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So maybe they did throw that out uh, on that deal. That could be true. That they threw that one out, and that's how they brought back with intoxication, possession with intoxication or whatever. Maybe that could be true. But I still hold firm to the fact that O.J. Simpson probably didn't do all that time for getting his memorabilia back either. He probably did that time because somebody figured that he got off some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I reckon maybe she just walks the line her whole life and don't ever get in trouble for nothing else and get smacked the max on every fucking thing that she does. I don't know, man. But sounds good. Shit. That's the thing too. Like, there's a lot of Constitution shit that they don't go by too. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be fucking with our free speech all the time. They be fucking with the Second Amendment all the time. I mean, I don't really fuck with a whole lot of them other ones all the time, but I guess press too, to be honest with you, because they've turned that shit into like a fucking dog and pony show for sure. But I don't know all the amendments either, but I ain't, you know, real hip on all the Constitution, but yeah. I feel like if they needed to, they really wanted to get your ass, they're gonna get you. That's for sure, man. Whatever the case may be, they're gonna fucking twist it one way or another. And damn if it don't piss them off even more once you get off of some shit. That's almost like you just said, man. Better never do nothing again. Like, when you get off some shit, man, you better not fuck up again and go back to the same fucking place, man. They gonna be like, this motherfucker done got off again. We're gonna nail his ass to the wall this time. Oh man. Well, look, boys, I'm about to go in. Y'all be good now. I know I'm jumping out of here. We got full house right now. But look, it's late. I'm tired, man. Like I said, man, it's been a long day. A lot of energy has been expelled. Shit, we'll be back tomorrow probably. What's tomorrow? Oh man, tomorrow is machine curl day. All curls on the machine. Oh man, that's gonna be sweet money right there. That's one of my favorite days right there. Well, you know, curl day. There's not very many days that aren't my favorite day, to be honest with you. I don't never say it on calisthenics day though. But anyhow, hey, y'all be good to yourself, man. Don't be so hard on yourself. And don't get caught up in a double jeopardy situation, because I don't think you're safe. Will B said you're good to go though. So don't worry about nothing. Fuck it. As long as you beat them once, you're good. I'm not sure though. But she's out here living it though. That's the fucking thing. So it doesn't matter what we think. She's out here living it with the comments off and everything. Not giving a fuck. Cashing checks. So I guess it don't matter what the fuck we talking about, really. You know what I mean? I'm over here trying to argue a point that don't fucking matter. For sure, Will. For sure. Because she ain't got shit on her right now. That's for goddamn sure. But I guess if she does the show, and then she's like, oh man, don't ever put your kids in the trunk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, I guess, then yeah, we'll be, you know what I'm saying? That'd be the only way we might be able to do something. Like, what if she did? If she was like, whoopsie. Hey guys, don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what the scenario would be. It would have to be something crazy, dude. Because she blamed most of that shit on her dad at the one time, at one point or whatever. So, no, absolutely. You're probably right, Will. Because it would have to be like, and it would have to be something insane for him to even start the conversation. You know what I mean? Because the double jeopardy shit is a thing. So it would take like a whole fucking shit ton of stuff to even start the conversation up. But I don't think one little slip up's gonna make that, like, not unless it was like an admission or something. But like you said, you still be hit. I don't know. It's mind boggling. All right, y'all. Don't be so hard on yourself now. Tell your loved ones you love them. I'm out of here. Bye, Sickle.